Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and has requested in chat a couple of weeks ago. People said they wanted to watch me film, and they wanted me to film the decoration of the album. So I'm here, I'm with it. These are all the measurements you'll need for all the booklets and photo mats I've sized for mine. So these four go in the side pockets. One of these was for the inner cover. This one is for the back cover. That's the front, this is the back. Let me write that down. I'll put F for front and back cover for the back. And then as we're going through the pages, I will tell you where these are and what section of the album they go in. So you will need all these. And I will, well, there's no point saying it now, but I will. I've got all the measurements for the inner covers, page 4 front and back, page 3 front and back. I will get all these ready for you, and I will do a video and tell you what all your supplies you'll need before we start actual filming. Well, before you actually start seeing them. See, I'm telling you this, and you would have watched me do all this anyway. So, and when we come to put our DSP, and we'll name each page for which section in the album it's for. So, say the front cover outside, front cover inside, front cover back, front and spine, and so on, so forth. I'll write all the measurements down as we're going along, but don't forget, I am going to be piecing like sections in. So I've got like some that look like frameworks, or I may add 2 strips here and 2 strips there, just to break up the sides instead of having one full sheet. So there'll be a lot of measurements. So this will be for the DSP, and I'm going to leave the front and back covers and the spine until last. So firstly, I'm going to pick the papers. So I've separated everything. I have cut apart all the bits that I want to keep, and these are all the cut aparts that I've cut apart. So there's 8 of those, and they've got such beautiful things on the back. We'll have to work out a plan as to maybe score that and add it onto a booklet or something, because I want to be able to see front and back. So there's 8 of those. So I bought the Stamperia bumper pack. Let me see if I've got the front cover, and it's just 22 sheets. There it is, that's the front cover. I've sat and taken away all the glue that was down the side. So you get the maxi pad, 22 double-faced sheets, and I had this off Amazon for $23.99. I think it may have been a bit cheaper, but those I couldn't get the glue off. I've literally just taken like a 1/16 of an inch off, just because you don't want any glue bits. I still can feel a few, but I can pop them. So what do I want for my front cover? I may incorporate one of these beautiful cards, so keep one of those back. This I haven't. You don't have to cut apart because you can use that side, which is the same as the front cover. Oh, it's not. No, it's not. I thought it was. This one, I haven't cut it apart yet, but I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, because that still would look pretty with. So these I haven't cut apart because there's so much else we've got cut apart. It's unreal. So, oh, I like that. I think that's pretty. But I've only got 1 sheet, so. And I love stripes. Oh, I love stripes. I'm going to have to keep that one for using for little borders and strips, because I love stripes. And this, again, I like stripes. I love them. And this is the back cover. I like the quilted feel, actually, because there's 2 of those for definite. because you get it in the patterns. There it is. So I'm going to keep those two pieces because I like those, and they both say handmade, so I'm going to keep those to one side for the front and back cover on the outside, and the rest we're going to use in this beautiful album. Toss them over there, pop them there. So many cut apart, so you've got 8 of those. There are 11 of these, which are the ephemera cards. You cut, but look how beautiful they are. Why would you cover these up? They're just amazing, absolutely stunning. Then you've got the handbag. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. There's 11 of those, and like I say, and there's 8 of these. So I'm gonna choose one of these now for my front cover. I love the luggage. I love that wardrobe, but I also love that hat, and that, and that, and that. I think I'm gonna stick with the luggage. That is gonna be going on the front of my cover. Thing is now, is it gonna stand out enough? Oh, this might be a bit too busy then. See the luggage there? There's that piece of paper is in here. There. Is that the one? I think it might be. No, not quite. Let's just keep going. Because you've got to choose your papers well. It must be that one. And I might... Yes, I think it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be that one. Where's it gone? There. I think that would stand out absolutely gorgeous on the front cover. Maybe that section there. That would match perfectly. So I'm going to set that to one side. I might pick another one for the back, but keep that luggage theme and have this. So yeah, you've got to carefully choose. And I'm not going to use them stripes unless I use a different stripe. See, because there's no border on that one. This one. I'm going to use this one on the back, which is that one. And again, keeping with like a luggage theme. That is going to go down the back. Oh, beautiful. So I've just gone from patchwork to change my mind in seconds, which is quite easily done. They're all just too beautiful, see? So now we've decided we're keeping those to one side, keeping them to one side. You get a sheet that is just got, and this is where that sheet came, was from off this, with all the dates. You've got January, February, right all the way up to December. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with these yet, so I'll keep that page, keep them separate. And then these are the other cut parts. You've got this beautiful little envelope, which was one of the cut parts. So again, we can maybe glue those sides down, and then we could add something, maybe a couple of these beautiful little cards can go inside, because these were a part of the cut parts. So it's all careful planning. It's not just grab a piece of paper, whip it out and start shredding it up. That is beautiful. And then that could get tied somewhere with a little piece of linen thread wrapped around it before you glue it down. So that's going in there. And then these are the other little tags and cut parts. So you've got this, and they just got plain paper. So hence the reason I kept all those little strips, in case we do some borders as well. You got the bag, a hat, and then you've got two larger ones. absolutely stunning. So we've got those as well. And then this is a cut apart with beautiful backs as well. Absolutely stunning. The lamp, the chair, the bodice, the luggage. Big things have small beginnings. I like that. I might put that on the front as well, or down the spine. Maybe fussy cut that out. And that's the only one with writing on, so I'm going to pop that to one side as well. So now we can start, and we don't want to waste anything, so hence the reason I've kept all these bits, even the little ones. We've got these borders, we've got that as a border, and that as a border, and that can go somewhere in here. Absolutely stunning. So keep all your little bits. These are wide enough to make a lovely little border somewhere, so don't throw them away. Cut up your papers well, as they say. Let me find a bigger clip. A slightly bigger one here. This little wooden one's not going to hold out much. I know it's a bit of a piddling and a fart around, but it's important to keep them all. You just don't want them sprawled everywhere. So I'm going to keep them up there where I can see them. So we're going to crack on. I have got some black cardstock. I made back a couple of these. So I've got more somewhere. So in fact I've got a package full somewhere. So glasses are all at the ready, papers at the ready, albums at the ready. I think we should just get on with it now and start to decorate. So, like I say, I'm leaving the outside covers till last. This is one of those large photo mats, which is that one. This measures 8 by 10.5, and we're going to lay some photo mats on there and then some decoration. Maybe we could even start off with the booklet and have that sentiment there at the top, making sure that it's in the middle and leaving a tiny little black border all the way around, and have that as one of our photo mat. So I'm just wrapping that around. I will chop it off and we'll keep those little bits because you never know where we might need them for. So I'm going to incorporate that, and I'm just going to take it off so there's a tiny little black border. All the way around. So I need to move this out the way just whilst we sort these things out. So the DSP, one section is shifty that up. That's gonna measure 7 3/4, is it? Yeah, 7 3/4 by 2.5. So photo mat, PM is photo mat, 2.5 by 7 3/4. Don't worry, once we've decorated that whole page, the inside cover and this, I'll hold the booklet up so you can get everything together. Chop that bit off. And that bit, keep those. You never know, we might add them somewhere. So we're decorating the photo mat at the minute. So tiny borders. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Got a little key chart. Or you could have to remember. Oh my goodness, I forgot there's the other side. To remember or special days. See, now it makes you not want to glue it down, doesn't it? But I think we're going to have special days. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do it this way because I can see. Mr. Boyce is playing his new game and he's very vocal. Perfect. I'll tell you what I haven't fetched across. Washi tape in case we need that, or ribbon yet. Excuse me. That is absolutely stunning. So these pieces, I know you might think I'm a bit crazy, but if we had a photo mat now, a 6x4, and there was a little space left, we could patch that in if needs be. Maybe not so much this piece, but it's the same pattern on all. Beautiful. So, right, photo mat. I'm going to do, what space have we got left? We've got 8 inches if we use a tiny little border. So if I do a 6x4 and a 6x4, we can then patch in some smaller pieces. And I've got pure white cardstock for this, and you know my little camera, I'm not going to be adding that to these photo mats because this is really elegant. So I'll take that down to 4, and then to 6. Don't throw these as well because they'll come in handy for small photo mats. So keep those, and keep all your white. I'll give you the measurements for the white photo mats as well. So we're going to add that on there. I'm only going to decorate one side of each of these mats because we'll leave the other side for the whoever gets them. I mean, you might choose to not want to put photo mats on like I have, but if you truly want to have my measurements, and you obviously want to do the album just like what I am, so line that up, give yourself a nice little border. Let's just see if this one is going to fit. Nope, it's not even going to fit unless we overlap it a touch. I don't think that would hurt anything, would it? And then we can add DSP there and there. So I'm going to overlap this one at its fraction. Again, just going to line this up at the bottom. Tiny little border, and attach. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now if that had been a little bit wider, that would have fit lovely. Just pop them to one side, don't get rid of them. So maybe we could even chop the one. It's not quite wide enough, look at that. What a pity. More's the pity that we got a little gap. But we'll find something to do with those. So let's get some paper done. So I'm loving that stripe, so I'm going to use this and I'm going to turn it the opposite way. So that gap is now, if I do that to 3 5/8, to 2, 3 5/8 by 2. So 2 inches by 3 5/8. Was it 5/8? Yes. And 2 of those. And then we had, I'll put on DSP on this side, DSP, and a white cardstock on this side. 2 at 6 by 4. And this is just for this photo mat. Now we're going to have the stripe going down, or we're going to have it going across. I think going down. Oops, where's my trimmer gone? There. So 3 5/8. And then I'm going to go to the guillotine because this leaves ridges. And 2 inches. 1. 2. Oh, nice floral pattern on the back as well, which would go lovely as well. But I'm going to stick to the stripe, I think. Yeah, definitely. Perfect. So another tiny little border. Perfect. Perfect. So there is our beautiful photo mat. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Love it. Oh, wait there now. We could even... I could add a strip down there. And a strip. We'll just add one in the centre there, just to highlight that these are 2 separate photo mats. What do you reckon? Ooh, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Yeah, I think I will. Let's see if I've got a 6-inch piece. Let me see what that looks like. Oh, I know I'm going to leave it. So there's the photo mat done. Gather those bits together, but don't throw these, like I'm saying, they're worth their weight in gold. Especially for patching things up. Need another clip now to keep our smaller bits of DSP all together. Now we're going to have to decorate that section. I'm going to have to move these out the way. So PM is photo mat, and now we're on to the inner front cover. So I'm going to have to put those on this side because I'll have to put that there because Mr. Boyce will be up shortly with a coffee anyway. So right, section. We need this to be 8 1/4 by 10 3/4, and I want to keep the theme on red. Oh, look at, mind you, I love that stripes though. Keep hold of them. Would that go against there? Yeah, that would look lovely. So what did I say that was? 8 1/4. This is the line for the, this is DSP this side, white cardstock that side. So 1 at 8 1/4 by 10 3/4. But we're going to get both sections, fingers crossed, out of this piece of paper. Oh, I hate chopping into it. 8 1/4. By 10 3/4. So small strips go with the strips. Other pieces will go with the other pieces. And where possible, thing is now we need to cut that section. So where's my pencil? Aha, this is that weird shape one, isn't it? So if I do that and tuck that inside and level that, I'm going to lift it up just a fraction, and then I'm going to draw that out. And then I'm going to cut that out. That piece then, when it goes back in, you won't see, and we'll have a small border there then to wrap this around. So, I'm going to use my trimmer. So, taking this and Can you see? Let me just shrink that camera down a little bit. Maybe move it down to there, just while I'm doing this. Track. Perfect. So this should fit on there beautifully. Might have to take a little fraction more off, but now we've got that piece. That will just get glued straight in there. No one's gonna see. What a perfect piece. Isn't that great? Let me get that glued down. Oh look, front cover, so I'm not losing out. So, line that up. Just tuck inside. Perfect. How perfect is that? And then this piece, we're going to have to shrink a little bit more off there and then take away that pencil line, and we're going to have a perfect piece. So again, pop that in the track, and I'm just lining it up with that brown line on there. So that's literally all we needed to take off there. So let's just check. We can always now I'm going to take another slither off there, and that's perfect. So balance it on this. I'm going to balance it on this bottom one actually, and then take away up to that brown line. Tiniest little piece. That is lovely. That is perfect. Ta-da! Because I would have watched somebody else probably put a whole sheet in behind. Then there's something different on the front. When you can just do that. Because nobody's going to see behind there unless they just stand there staring behind there. So, line it up. Get that perfect line and smush it in. How beautiful is that? Absolutely stunning. And now our photo mat just gets slid in there. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Look at that. How beautiful. So let me have a look. Do you know what I might do? I'm going to get up some cherry cobbler cardstock as well. Let me see if I've got any in here. Literally no. Nope. Got some more bits of white card there. Oh, 2 seconds. Let me just grab a sheet. I think that cherry cobbler is going to go, it's gorgeous. I'm thinking of adding just an 1/8 of an inch line down there and then down there to break it up a little bit. So this is half, 3/8, 1/8. I'll show you what I mean now. Just to give it a zingy little border and to break up the print, and then do another one running down there. I'm gonna do it. So let me get my scissors. I mean, this is optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I think it's cute. And that is mitered beautifully. Just make sure we got it the right way. Perfect. And then we can obviously get another piece and cut that down to there. Oh yes, 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 yes. So again, 1/8 of an inch. At least I get the angle right. can snip off at the end. Glue just on the end there. Oh, I love it. Love it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? A beautiful red stripe. So our inside cover, right, where's those little elements? Stay together. Special days for you. Maybe get some more black. I'll just tuck that there. And have another little tuck spot. Yeah, I think I'm going to glue that on there because it continues with that striped theme. And I'm just gluing down the two edges. Perfect. Oh my goodness. So that piece was cut perfectly to get the whole of that in there, and I used cherry cobbler 1/8 of an inch by 11 3/4 times 2. It's if you want to add that. So there are the measurements for the inner cover. Front inner cover. Perfect. We're going good, we're going good, we're going good. And then obviously we can show, oh this is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this. And I think I know where I'm going to put this envelope. I'm only sealing those two. Obviously I don't want to seal them down, because that's got those lovely little cut aparts in. In fact, I'm going to turn them that way so you can see them better. Perfect. I love that. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it throughout the whole album, but it's there if we need it. Oh, maybe I should have backed that on red cardstock first. So let's crack on with the next one. White and black can stay. I'm getting so tangled up here. White and black, DSP, cut aparts. I just need more desk space. So that one's done. Let's shift you over to here now. And I need to make, actually I do need black cardstock because I need to make some little booklets, or, no I don't. I'm going to pop, if I can get one in, a little ephemera card in each one of these because it's going to get really thick and bulky otherwise. So let's pop one of each of these in. Perfect. So now we can decorate the belly band. Oh, it's not quite long enough. And that's the front cover. What a shame, isn't it? Belly band cover. Because our belly band's going to be the decoration, we can add photo mats on here. So let me measure the gaps. They are 5 inches by 7. So if I do strip along there. Oh, look at that, it's not quite long enough. Was that the longest? No, there's another one here. Oh, see, you've got that stripe theme going on. Then photo mats. Oh yeah, let's do it. So just incorporating all the little bits. Where's my clip gone? There. Sorry folks, right, I'm just gonna peel the backing of this off. So it's the same both sides. Nice little border. Perfect. Then our white cardstock. That needs to be 5 inches, so I can't use those. Little clips come in handy. You're going to need some of these. So, where's the white? Five inches. I'll do that in 4 7/8 actually. That's a bit wide, isn't it? maybe we'll do a centerpiece as well. Let's put something down the center. Too wide. I know it seems a bit lame, but trust me, it will save so much later on. So I can see obviously that's the center. Let's get that glued in. That's not right, is it? I reckon so. It reckons that's the 5 inches. Oh, that's why. I'm just going to leave it like that. I can't pull it out now anyway. So that makes this gap then from there to there 4 7/8. So I'm going to make it 4 3/4 because I want a little white border, black border around. By how long did I say? 6. 6 1/8. Let's just check that. That's lopsided, isn't it? Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? Check this side. And that's even less. And it's not long enough. I'm having a right old time. That one's not even long enough. 6 1/4. Right, I'll get this right in a minute. And that gap there is 4 1/2, it says, but I want a little white border. Six and a quarter. Try this side. It looks so lopsided, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the white, give it a little border, and then I'm going to go over with a thicker piece because I can't keep chopping up paper. Oh, I'm gasping for a coffee. Come on, Mr. Boyce. Now I know why Scrap Queen never measures Diana, because you can't measure if something's off. She just uses a pencil of paper. So it could be that piece that's off. Right, I need to do that again now. Don't worry about this white though, it's one side's wider than the other. It won't be in a minute though. So, right on the edge of the DSP. Let me do it that way. So 4 3/4 and a 16th. By 6 1/4. Oh, have space on your desk. Fingers crossed. Level up the top there, all the way across there, get it in. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's that little piece of paper that's out. So I'm just gonna, I'd love to tear it up. I don't want to rip it, so I'm gonna just get a bit more, maybe a slightly wider piece. That down there. Yeah, I think I am. I'll measure them in a minute and give you the proper measurements. And I don't feel confident of cutting that in a straight line. Because Gaynor and straight lines don't mix. Again, both the same way. Bang on. See what I mean? Oh. That's it. Yay, that looks better. Oh, girls, what palaver. So, for the first page, we had 2 at 6 1/4 by 4 3/4 for those, and that little strip, this measures 3/4 by 6 1/4 DSP, 3/4 by 6 1/4. So that's what I've got up to now. Time is 7:30. Mr. Boyce, where's my coffee? Now we need to decorate the belly band, which will hide most of the white. And this measures 5 by 9 5/8. Let's add that. Yeah, let's incut. So 4 7/8. By 9 1/2. Perfect. Beautiful. I don't really want to be doing this. Shouldn't be adding just a sheet of paper. Should be adding borders and making it interesting. But that paper is just absolutely gorgeous. So you can choose to have photo mats on the back if you want. That's going to sit in there beautifully. Break up the monotony of that white, see? So we need to have a little strip for there, 2 for there and 2 for there. And maybe we can add one of these in there as well, a little wardrobe. Because I don't want I don't want to cover it up. Just want to pop it in there. So we've got 2-inch strip. That'll be long enough. No, because it's the same as on that page. Let's have a look. That little strip would look nice. The gap is I do 1 7/8 by 9 3/4. Oh. Quarters. Put that onto there. Perfect. And that DSP was 4 7/8 by 9 3/4. And that piece is 1 7/8 by 9 3/4, and then we'll add those little tabs on in a moment. Let's get that glued on. Oh man, gee, what about the stripe? Yeah, let's go with the stripe. We don't want busy on busy. Hopefully my battery will last that long. Need to keep that over there. And in the centre. Perfect. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all these little things at the end because they might just become a distraction for me. And we need a strip down there as well. So that measures 1 inch, so 7/8 of an inch. That's pretty. Same thing working with 12 by 12 papers. Spin that over. And then I'm going to stripes everywhere. So that one was 7/8 by 10 7/8. And that's for the spine. And now we need two and 3/8 by on a border. So 2 and 3/8. We want 4 at 2 and 3/8 by 4 and 7/8. Because you want, and then round the corners, you want one for inside and one for outside. So you'll need 4 of those. So let's pick. I'm going to go with this actually, I quite like that. Same as the spine. So 2 and 3/8 once. Twice. One. Two. Three. 4. Keeping all those little bits because at the end, if you've got any booklets, we can do some patchworking. They weren't big enough. Oh, here comes the love of my life with a coffee. Oof. You're a darling, Mr. Boyce. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. That is beautiful. Just like you. He's a lifesaver. So I'm going to go after this. And then I'll come back. And we'll do a bit more. Because I don't want the videos to be way too long. Not a chance. So, inside, let's see if I can cut 2 at a time. Oh, yeah, but it's a squeeze. There we go. So, and we're going to have to put a little strip of paper in there, but we're going to have to, because this is joined. Oops. So now I'm going to stick with the flower. Perfect. Oops. heating's just come back on. That's what it is. Oof. The heat is on. The glue's drying out really quickly. So let's just pull these out a second. And we're going to have to put a little gap in there. I'm going to do 7/8 of an inch again. And this time this again will be by 10 and I'm not sure. I'll mark it and then I'll measure it. So that measures 2 1/4. So this is 9 3/4 again. 7/8 by 9 3/4. Love it. So that can get tucked in there. That will get tucked in there. And these will, because they're not stuck down on anything. What's happened there? That's it. What's happened? They're not on the score line. Just get that burnish. It's not attached to the score line, it's way away from it. Perfect, there we go. I'm going to never leave you all. I'm going to have my cup of coffee, charge the battery because it's full, and then we'll come back. We'll do the booklets as well at the very end. So I hope you're enjoying. I am having a ball. I love the decoration part. So yay, come back tomorrow and we'll do a bit more decorating. Till next time, love you all. Bye. Oh, wait there. Let me just write that down. 7/8 by 9 3/4. So there you go. There's all your measurements for what we've used today. See you soon.